Well, I was not expecting that advertisement to pop in there. That's fine. For those that don't know, this game is called TwelveSky2. Right now I'm currently hunting down bosses, but it seems only these things are around. Those are kind of bosses, but they're not. They don't really drop anything as far as stuff that I need. Getting around this mountain is a bit tricky. I believe the bosses are further up there. But I'm going to explore this way because I didn't go there earlier. But here you can go earn EXP. Literally no one goes in these maps. And this one is for Rebirth 2. So that you're only stuck with Rebirth 2 players as well. And it's per clan. So, which I'm in the Sky clan. And they have their own instance area. But if, let's say, 50 people from my clan wanted to come in here, and if they were Rebirth 2, they could all flood this map. But luckily no one ever uses these maps, so boss hunting can be quite easy if you can find their spawns. And sometimes it's random depending on if anyone's killed them or not. I know that there are these pretty big guys, and I can't seem to find them. Them snakes are annoying. Instead of melee, the snakes use mage. Anything over here? Oh. And bosses are actually supposed to hurt. These guys are doing maybe 1 damage. Well, let's kill this one and see what happens. See, just trash. Normal stuff. Just the normal stuff. I believe this is the max limit for the map. On this side, I know there's a way to get to the other side. I think I have to go down and around. There we go. Maybe. So I can't jump over there. Or can I? Too far? Can I get up here? No. Jump skills maxed. Well, I guess they can't do that anymore, whatever. You used to be able to go to the other side and all that shit, which is where I think the bosses are. Right up there on that edge. But there should be another chunk that we can get to the long way to get over there. Oh, you can't jump in the entire map anymore. Oh, that's why it's not working anymore. That kind of sucks. You used to just jump right over there. It'd be a done deal. I don't see why they shouldn't allow jumping in this map. Even though a lot of people like find your own way, it's like, no, I don't want to. Because finding your own way means following the fucking path. And that gets boring. I'd rather jump around, find quick exits and shit. We're getting towards the more hostile enemies. And I believe this is a dead end. No boss here. It's fucked up. I swear if they remove them and just put these chain crabs in instead, I would be salty. Because those are not bosses. They're like the mini bosses you'd have from like way back in the beginner maps. Like that crab thing is the equivalent of the white ape. So I'm not sure where they're hiding all this shit. But I used to come here and hunt down materials from the bosses. But it seems I'm going to have to go to the other map. Alright, other map time. So we are going to an actual map that should have at least one boss for D12. That's if nobody's hunted it yet. And usually they get hunted pretty fast. What's it? Blossom Curse Lands. They need to reorganize their menu because some spots aren't with the things they're supposed to be. This is not with all the other A10 or whatever plus A33 D12 maps. Are all out of line. And they need to just recategorize them. Which isn't too hard to do if you're competent about it. Oh, and some good news here, near future, maybe a month, 2 months at most, I'll be bringing out another RuneScape private server. It's a high demand right now from all my people. I had a meeting at 4 AM this morning with one of my co-owners of my server that I have. And he's also the VPS extraordinaire person. He take care of the VPS, I log into it, I do my scripts, fix the game up, make it work, there we go. But on a side note, I tried opening up a private server for this game. I need an actual game guard mechanic and I need a client from one of these to dissect to find out where the proper path is for the game guard. Sure, you can just put that shit in a folder in the file system, but it's not going to initiate because the initiator has that check removed as far as going through Xtrap, game guard, game bypass, whatever the hell. So one of these days soon, if I get that shit working, I just need to, it's really time consuming to reverse engineer the client, figure out what needs done for anti-hack. The anti-hack itself is pretty cheap. There's like no monthly subscription unless you want it updated continuously. And I'm just going to buy the whatever, and I'm going to buy separate packages for the Game Guard, X-Trap, whatever the fuck I go with. But I'm thinking Game Guard because their shit coming up with many other programs and shit that are known to hacking. And any backdoor accessible it picks up. I just had a false negative on this game last night after I rebooted my computer. I started it up. It told me that there was no chance I was going to be playing it because they found some malicious hardware running. And I'm like, what's malicious? Because the only thing that's on is the TwelveSky2 client and my internet browser, which is Google Chrome. It does that to me every once in a while. Yeah, this spider boss is what I've been looking for. The arachnid. Keep hitting the wrong buttons. So that boss gave me materials and a fortune pouch, money pouch, which can grant 100 to 500,000 each time. So I mean, it's not too bad. I just got a few myself. Alright, I think I'm done killing these things here. I'm going to move on. Well, I'll do that for a different video. I was going to take y'all to DOR so that you guys could see what the Den of Rebirth looks like. And if you go there, I suggest you only kill the boss. Even though you start with like 1800 seconds, it's still, you know, not long enough to go kill every boss that respawns eventually, but they do drop Blessed Feed, so if you are looking to make some extra cash in DOR and you're pretty quick, do it. I just don't have a War God skill, so I'm not as good as I could be. So I'm stuck with the basic AoE level 1, which I think is skill 3. Which kind of sucks. My mouse is having issues again. Yay. Alright, now I'm gonna put that in the other bank. Let me check my other bank. Alright. That's the R6 cape. That's the R12 cape. When you get to Rebirth 12, it drops. I reverted back down to an R0 so I could afford this glorious cape, known as the Zeus cape. Then I have this guy, he's almost to 175%. And you got boots, gloves, armor, spear, ring, amulet. So it's not too bad. This thing's used for luck, the Jobo cape. Got my luck gear up here. You always want to have a pair of these two. That has 3-2 Tendon's Prayer, which is the luck skill. This is an R12 item. That is a D12 item that I'm just holding on to for no reason. Just because it's 99%. Got these little pets down here, they're all pretty clean, except for this one, 30% turtle. I'm too lazy to grind it though. I mean, I have all the free time I want. So, I don't know what the dealio is. But I need to make some money after I just spent a ton this morning trying to upgrade these fucks. You can exchange them for a different Warlord rare. You have a random chance to get a red piece off of doing it. So, and if it rolls red and it's an item you need, keep that shit. Like, let's say these white boots were red boots, keep them. And then I just mess with these. If one of them turned into another pair of red boots, I'm gonna have to keep exchanging it. So, that's the only problem with it. Because ain't no one out here gonna be trading, being like, well, I got this, I got that. They greedy people. So, if you're trading item value for item value and they equal the same, people shouldn't have a problem with that, but there are some that do. How long have I been? Oh, only 20 minutes on. Okay. Got a little bit more content to throw in. Let's go take down that Den of Rebirth like I said I was going to later. Since I seem to got some good FPS right now. Let's giggity, damn it, go. Den of Rebirth 2F. Then I'll magically be in 3F. After I hit 100% and spend 10,000 CP. It's always fun when he walks to me instead. Trying to get a picture for how high he is, but this motherfucker too high. Oh, there was his face. He a weird little guy. This can be boring, so I should hope it doesn't take too long or too much longer. You're gonna want to skip ahead a little bit, you know, maybe 10 minutes more into the thing here. We'll see. But I'll also add that as a comment on the website, on YouTube. See, this is a real boss. He gives no fucks. Rip. I just lost 10 CP. That ain't shit. I wasn't even paying attention when I died. Well, we're past halfway. Just barely. Alright, let me quit playing. How did I just fucking die? My heal button stopped working? There goes 10 more CP. Not that I really need it right now. I'm gonna have to go back and review how I died. Okay, it's been about 10 minutes since I started. Well, he's finally in the last legs of his life here. Just die, will you? Ooh, all trash. These are trash. You basically give those away to people. Or if you have an alternate character, it's always good to dump them on there. But twice in a row, I got trash. Super trash. But yeah, this is TwelveSky2's Rebirth Dungeon. Depending on your rebirth, shit gets harder. First one's pretty simple, second one's okay. And keep going up and up and up. As soon as you hit the higher rebirths, around 7 to 12, it gets extremely difficult and incompletable if you do not have a max Titan set, a gold Puma, a max Zeus cape, and pretty much maxed out everything. Is the only way to win. So you gotta have a lot of people and a lot of friends to help you out, which isn't usually a problem because there's a lot of people around here that are friendly and they like to help out new players. And there's just a whole bunch of other stuff I'll cover maybe later on. I'll do a video for Labyrinth, which is where we go to a place far, far away called the Labyrinth, and it consists of a boss, many little enemies. Don't focus on those, just focus on the boss. The first boss is the pony, and then the second boss is, I want to say, an ice giant. Third one, I can't quite explain that looking weird guy. And then the last stage usually has what's called an Ice King, and he stuns. Regardless of what you think you not gonna stun, he will stun. So, yeah, I'll do a video of that in a little later. I'm gonna get this one uploading to YouTube real quick and put a part 2 on a little bit later. Peace.